Q6027-5, which is true regarding the overlearning of knowledge. A. An advantage of overlearning is the eventual replacement of basic or concepts with automated skills. B. Overlearning almost always makes the application of knowledge less streamlined and less efficient. C. Overlearning sometimes occurs when knowledge used frequently begins to take on the properties of a skill. The correct answer is C. It correctly states that overlearning can occur when knowledge used frequently begins to take on the properties of a skill. This means that with extensive practice and repetition, the knowledge becomes deeply ingrained and automatic, resembling a skill rather than a basic concept. Overlearning is often beneficial because it enhances the proficiency and automaticity of the knowledge or skill. It allows individuals to perform tasks with greater speed, accuracy, and efficiency. When knowledge is overlearned, it becomes readily accessible and can be applied effortlessly in appropriate situations. 6028. During the flight portion of a practical test, the examiner simulates complete loss of engine power by closing the throttle and announcing simulated engine failure. What level of learning is being tested? A. Application. B. Correlation. C. Understanding. The correct answer is B. It refers to correlation, which involves making connections or associations between different concepts or skills. In this case, the learner is expected to correlate their knowledge of emergency procedures, aircraft systems, and flight principles to respond appropriately to the simulated engine failure. So, it accurately identifies that the practical test scenario described is assessing the learner's ability to correlate their knowledge and skills in a real-world situation, specifically during a simulated engine failure. 6029. When asking an individual to explain how gross weight affects maneuvering speed, what level of learning is being tested? A. Application. B. Correlation. C. Understanding. The correct answer is C. When asking an individual to explain how gross weight affects maneuvering speed, the level of learning being tested is understanding. Understanding refers to the comprehension of concepts and principles. In this scenario, the learner is being asked to demonstrate their understanding of the relationship between gross weight and maneuvering speed. They need to explain how changes in gross weight affect the required maneuvering speed of an aircraft. It accurately identifies that the learning being tested is at the understanding level. The learner is expected to have a solid grasp of the concept and be able to explain the cause and effect relationship between gross weight and maneuvering speed. 6039-1. The performance of rectangular patterns helps a learner fly traffic pattern. What type transfer of is this? A. Lateral. B. Positive. C. Deliberate. The correct answer is B. In this scenario, the performance of rectangular patterns is helping a learner fly traffic pattern. The type of transfer being described here is positive transfer. Positive transfer refers to the beneficial effect of previously learned skills or knowledge on the learning or performance of a new task or skill. In this case, the learner's prior experience and proficiency in flying rectangular patterns are positively influencing their ability to fly traffic patterns. The learner's proficiency in flying rectangular patterns is positively transferring to their performance of traffic patterns, enabling them to apply their skills effectively. 6039-2. Which memory system processes input from the environment? A. Long-term. B. Working. C. Sensory register. The correct answer is C. The sensory register is a memory system that processes input from the environment. It is the initial stage of memory where information from our senses, such as sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell, is temporarily held for a very brief duration. The sensory register acts as a buffer, briefly retaining sensory information before it is either discarded or transferred to another memory system for further processing. Therefore, the The sensory register is the memory system that processes input from the environment by briefly holding sensory information before it is further processed or discarded.